Today's video is a little different. I want to have a heart-to-heart chat with you about building your online reputation, or as we say in marketing, building your brand. So if you're looking for a super professional, like step-by-step, highly edited tutorial, this honestly might not be the right video for you. But if you're serious about building an online reputation for yourself as a personal brand or business, then I'm going to give you some major tips that could change everything for you and can help you experience massive growth. Today, I'm coming to you as someone also building an online reputation, aka personal brand, and I'm going to share with you the lessons that I've learned and the lessons that I'm learning in real time, like right now. And then at the end of this video, I'm gonna share the #1 thing you need to keep in mind if you wanna build a strong online reputation. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, hello! Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Danielle Kimmeytorrez, former Christian singer turned marketer, and it is my absolute passion to help other entrepreneurs and executives build purpose-filled personal brands. So let's get into it. Have you ever Googled yourself? If you have not done this, then just do it. Seriously, Google yourself and see what pops up. Now, if nothing at all pops up, then you have a pretty clean slate to work with. But if something does pop up, I want you to analyze it. Look at it really critically and see, does it reflect who you are currently, or is it evidence of a past version of yourself? If you're over 30 years old, you'll probably find a mix of information there. Like, there are a few things already online about you, but the information is probably not how you want to grow in the future or like what you want to be known for in the future. That's the case with me. So how do we change that? You have to fill the internet with new information about you. This is simple, but it is not easy because it takes time to change an online reputation. Growing up, I was the youngest of 3, and I was kind of the wild one, right? Like, I think most of us entrepreneurs, we want to chart our own path. So sometimes we grow up a little bit wilder than the other kids. Well, I had started to become more responsible, and I would tell my sister, like, I've changed, like, I'm responsible now. And she would always say, well, it takes 5 years to change your reputation. So be consistent, continue doing the right things, and in 5 years, people will start to acknowledge that about you. Well, the good news is, when you change your online reputation, you can do it much faster than 5 years, for sure. But you have to be consistent and really intentional about it. And you also need to be in it for the long term, because it will take time for people to catch up and acknowledge the new version of you. So the more consistently you pump the internet with new information, the higher the new you will rise in that Google algorithm. So you can do this through various ways. I'm going to list a couple of them. You can do it by creating your own website. You can be really consistent in your blogging efforts. You can do guest blogging on other people's channels. You can start a podcast and regularly update that, or you can join other people's podcasts. And of course, you can do this through building up your social media channels, because when you post content, and especially if people start to share it, it will show up in that Google algorithm. But here's a hack. LinkedIn has one of the most powerful SEO or search engine optimization engines. I don't know how they do it, but LinkedIn always shows up in the top 1 to 3 top spots in Google. So I have made a mistake of neglecting LinkedIn, and y'all know I am working to improve it. But even if LinkedIn is not your focus, like it's not mine, please do not neglect it. It is like a super easy way to build your online reputation. Okay, I promised in this video that I was going to give you a heart-to-heart about what I'm learning in real time, and I have to tell you, what I'm realizing is that clarity is key, like second to none. Clarity is the most important thing. The Bible says in Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people perish. And like, obviously, God was not talking about personal branding necessarily there, right? But the truth is the truth, and the principle is true in anything. If you don't know where you're going, you will not be able to sustain your brand. Like, there's no way. You will stop when it gets difficult. What I've found is the clearer that I am on exactly how I want to help people and how I do that, the faster I grow and the more people I'm able to help. If I'm not clear on where I'm going and what I'm growing into, how can anyone follow along? Truth is, they won't. The only reason people follow chaos is because they want to see the collision. Don't let that be you. Chaos is the opposite of building a positive online reputation. However, and here's where the tension comes in, okay? I don't think it's smart for you to wait until you're 100% sure to get started. You often find out what you're most passionate about in the middle of that struggle period. So if you haven't started trying to build something, then you don't have a problem you can work through. And if you're not actively working to solve a problem, then you're probably not learning and improving. Learning isn't just reading or listening to podcasts or, watching YouTube videos like this one. Now, I think obviously I do these because they do help people learn, but learning really comes when you're working to solve an issue that you are actually facing. So, as an example, before I started this YouTube channel, I read a ton of books about growing on YouTube. I read a ton of books about branding and personal branding and have for years. But the learning wasn't the same because I wasn't actively trying to grow on YouTube. Now that I am working to build my personal brand. Those same exact books are like training manuals. And every time I get to a problem, I'm like searching through like crazy to figure out what I need to know to solve the problem I'm actually facing. Now that is learning. Sometimes the tougher the struggle is, the more you learn. So even though you want to have that very clear vision of the future you, big picture, you're not going to know every step along the path. So it's just best to put yourself out there, encounter a problem, and as you solve it, you'll get more and more clarity along the way. Finally, the most important part of all of this is why. Why are you doing what you're doing? I have a friend named Hannah Cox, doing amazing things, political correspondent. She's amazing. Hannah Cox, shout out to Hannah Cox.
Thank you for that kind introduction.
Hannah and I have known each other since 2012. We worked for years at the same record label, and we just got to know each other and our individual passions pretty well. Hannah was passionate about politics even though she worked in music, but she was not known in politics. So she began working on her personal brand, posting, she built a website, she started posting on Twitter, Facebook, everything. And over time, she's really built that brand up. So now she appears on Fox News all the time. She's like a political correspondent. People, when she talks, people listen. She gets thousands of comments on some of the things that she posts. So this year, when I decided to be consistent with videos and really work on my brand and work on identifying exactly what it was that I wanted to deliver to the world, I text Hannah, hey girl, real proud of you. I'm learning from you. You've been able to do this and I think it's awesome and here's what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. We had the usual pleasantries. Oh, good to hear from you. Looking forward to seeing what you build, etc. The next day, she came back to the conversation. She said, wait, before I just let you move on to the world, I want to really encourage you to find your why, because being part of this online, digital, social media world is so tough. People's opinions, coming up with new content, the grind of it all can be so difficult that if you are not 100% clear on why you're doing this, you will quit or your mental health will really suffer. So I took her advice and I thought really hard about what my why was. And I realized that I love what I'm known for, music and marketing and all that stuff, but I feel like I have more to offer the world, more knowledge base, more passion to offer the world. And now I've gotten really clear that I love teaching about Jesus and teaching about personal branding. So that's what I'm doing. So I want to ask you the same question that Hannah asked me. What is your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? And what is so important to you, even past the money that you're going to make? Now, if you have kids to support and you're a single mom, yeah, just money might be enough of your why, but money is never the real why. It's providing for your kids or showing them a better life, right? So what is your deep down why? I would encourage you, if you don't know what that is, to take some time and really dig down deep. Find out what that is before you start trying to build out your personal brand, so you can make sure that when you're building an online reputation and things get tough, you have that solid foundation. All right. So if you've gotten this far and you're still with me, please give this video a like. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you got value out of this video, do me one even better and go ahead and share this video with someone else that's working to build a personal brand or reputation. So that's it for this week. Make sure you check out one of these other videos that I know will help you as well, and I will see you next week.